You wake up, reach for your phone, and before you even realize it, a familiar thought sneaks into your mind. What will they think? Maybe it's a post you want to share, an outfit you're considering, or a decision you're about to make. And just like that, before you've even stepped out of bed, you've already handed over the keys to your self-worth. Approval. It's a silent addiction, an invisible force that shapes our choices in ways we don't even notice. We crave it like it's oxygen, like our very existence depends on it. The approval of our parents, our friends, our colleagues, strangers on the internet, even people we don't particularly like. It controls us in ways we rarely stop to question. But here's what most people never ask. What does it really cost? What do we trade away in the process of earning acceptance, validation, and applause? At first, the price seems small, almost harmless. You adjust a little here, tone yourself down a little there. You hold back on expressing your real opinions because someone might not agree. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny just to fit in. You post what you know will get the most likes, not what truly represents you. But over time, those small adjustments add up. And without even realizing it, you've lost something precious, your authenticity. You start to filter yourself, not just online, but in real life. You become careful, strategic, always calculating how people might react before you say or do anything. You trim away the parts of yourself that might not be acceptable, the strong opinions, the bold ideas, the little quirks that make you unique. All of it gets sanded down until you fit neatly into a version that the world approves of. And at first it feels good. Approval is addictive for a reason. The compliments, the likes, the validation. It gives you a high. It reassures you that you're doing things right, that you belong, that you're enough. But there's a problem. It never lasts. The approval you work so hard for today, it won't be enough tomorrow. You'll need more. You'll need to keep performing, keep impressing, keep molding yourself into whatever the world wants from you. And no matter how much you give, it will never feel like enough. The truth is, when you shape yourself to fit their expectations, you start to forget who you really are. The dreams you once had, they fade into the background, replaced by what others expect from you. The opinions you used to hold, you start to doubt them, question them, adjust them to be more acceptable. Even the way you laugh, the way you express excitement, the way you dress, it all becomes curated, designed for external approval rather than internal joy. And the worst part, even when you get that approval, it doesn't feel like true fulfillment, because deep down you know it's not you they're approving of. It's the version of you that you've carefully constructed for them, and that thought alone is exhausting. Then comes the fear, the constant underlying fear of disappointing people, of letting them down, of not being enough. It keeps you up at night, second-guessing every choice, every word, every step you take. You hesitate, you overthink, you shrink yourself just to avoid that terrifying moment when someone might say, "I don't like that. I don't like you." But here's the raw, undeniable truth. No matter what you do, someone, somewhere, will always disapprove. Always. You could be the kindest, most talented, most generous person on the planet, and there will still be people who criticize you, misunderstand you, reject you. It's impossible to please everyone. So why waste your energy trying? Why keep chasing something that is, by definition, unattainable? Instead of chasing approval, what if you chased alignment? Not with them, but with yourself. What if, before making a decision, you asked, "Does this feel right to me?" Instead of "Will they like it?" What if you started measuring your success by your own standards, not theirs? It won't be easy. It never is. When you stop seeking approval, you'll feel the discomfort. You'll feel the silence when you don't get the validation you're used to. You'll feel the tension when you finally say no to something you don't believe in. People might not understand it at first. They might question you, criticize you, or even pull away. But in that discomfort, you'll also find something else. Freedom. The freedom to say what you truly think, even when it's unpopular. The freedom to pursue what actually sets your soul on fire, even if it doesn't get applause. The freedom to be loved for who you really are, not for the performance you put on for others. And here's the most powerful part. When you live authentically, the right people will find you. The ones who matter, the ones who respect you, the ones who truly care about you. They won't need you to perform. They won't need you to shrink. They won't disappear just because you decided to be yourself. In fact, the more authentic you become, the stronger your connections will be. Because the relationships built on realness, not on performance, are the ones that truly last. So ask yourself this: what's worth more? Their approval or your peace? Their validation or your authenticity? Their fleeting applause or a life that actually feels like yours? Because the cost of approval is high. But the cost of losing yourself, that's a price no one should ever have to pay.